Hello everybody, this is a Lamley purge video. It has been a while since I've done one of these, but I have some time and I need to get through this project. If you remember from the last video I did, I've been working through my Hot Wheels and soon my Matchbox collection, condensing it down. My rule is if the collection, which is all loose and stored in these creative option cases, does not fit in my closet, then I need to condense it, and that is what I am doing now. Trying to work through, figure out some models I don't want or need anymore. So we are on to the M's. Plus, I got to get this done because I'm moving offices soon. I'll have a whole new location. Nonetheless, let's get to it. We are on M's, and we'll start with Maserati. That's the Quattraport. That was a one and done, part of my one and done feature from a few weeks ago. Here's the MC12. There were other releases. I'm fine with just that one. There was a faster than ever release in that same color, and then a blue one. That's all I got for Maserati, so we'll move on to Mazda. We'll start with the Repu. That's the first edition from last year, R-E-P-U. I don't know if it's Repu. You guys can tell me in the comments. Then we had it in red, which I really like. And then, of course, the recent release in white. Big fan of that casting. I'll collect every one of those. How about, let's go to the Furai, whatever it is. That is what the actual Furai looked like. That was the first one that Hot Wheels released. Remember, it burned down, or burned, I don't know, just burned, but not necessarily burned down. Second color of that first edition in red, and there's been a million other releases since, a lot of multi-pack releases. They just released this one, which is actually the same deco, and if you've noticed with some of these models, I don't collect the later releases just because I don't like the colors and stuff, or I like more stock, but since this is a take on that stock deco, that one's going in there. That's all I've got from the Furai. That's all I want. I have others in the, just kind of in the bins. I'm good with that. All right. How about this? Did you know that Hot Wheels did a Mazda Cosmo? This was from one of those, I can't remember the name, but one of those Japanese only releases to go with the cartoon. So it's a little bit modified with the spoiler in the back, but that is definitely a Cosmo. I featured that on lamleygroup.com a while ago. All right, let's get to the next case. All right, continuing on with Mazda, we'll move to the, well, let's go ahead and I'm going to put this Miata. It's the only Miata I've kept from Hot Wheels. I'm going to go and put that next to the Cosmo. And then we're going to start up here fresh with the Mazda Rx-7. That is the first release. Notice the hood is blank under the 20. That was the early release, and then running change. They put the NGK there on the hood. So I have both of those. If you remember, JDM Legends actually replicated that car in real life after Hot Wheels did it, which is kind of cool. Okay, recolor in blue. There's been wheel variations on these. Not too worried about them. We'll get to that in just a second. And then the Super Speeders. This was a Kroger mystery car that has become quite the sought-after RX-7 because it was relatively hard to find. All right, next year was a treasure hunt. I collect all the RX-7s. Like I said, maybe not all of the variations, and I say that. This is the next color in maroon red. Notice this one has a roll cage. And then they have some that did not have the roll cage. They took that out to modify the casting. Then, of course, I found one with the roll cage and OH5 wheels. So there's those see-through wheels. I'm tempted to actually take that one and replace it, but I'll just keep it for now. Recolor in yellow. And then this has been a recent release from last year. This was a multi-pack exclusive, but I put it together because it shares the deco of that release. So I like to put those together. Here is a no side tampo variation, or I'm sorry, error. I'm going to take that one out. So you go. All right. Next release in white. Kmart exclusive. And then just last year's release, we had blue. Another Kmart exclusive. Then the multi-pack, which I found in a 3-pack just recently, which shares the same deco as last year's. Notice how Hot Wheels likes to recycle. And then the mystery model from just recently released. Okay, I'm going to leave some space there, but I'm going to start with the RX-7. This is the 95 RX-7, one of my favorites from last year in blue. Of course, the fantastic Kmart in red. And then we've had two colors this year. Considering the popularity of this casting, and I think we're getting a premium release soon, I'm going to leave a fair amount of space, and we'll move on to the next one. All right, time to go with McLaren. This is the F1 GTR from Speed Machines. I have featured this one on the blog before. There were 4 colors of the Speed Machines. There's a wheel variation too on a couple of them. They don't have these co-mold wheels. I have not pursued those, nor will I. Here was the Decades version, which was very cool, and then it vanished for a long time, finally reappearing last year now with a metal spoiler. Then we've seen it in the 5-pack, right, just recently released. And then back with the plastic spoiler because it's a different factory, so that's probably the mold they had, for the, what is that, the Gran Turismo set, right? Yeah, Gran Turismo, which we feature too, which you'll see in droves here soon. I know a lot of you in some other countries are getting it. Okay, moving on with McLaren. I'm sure we're going to see more, so I'm going to leave a couple spaces here, and we'll move on to the, what is this one? This is the P1. This is the first edition, still my favorite, in orange. So that will go. Now, I've been trying to just kind of keep the plain colors. So there's this one in gray, blue, yellow, which is cool. Then last year there was black. Maybe that yellow was last year as well. And then this year white. And then Gran Turismo. Notice I haven't put them in there. I just am not that interested. It's an awesome car, but I think just having one version is fine with me. So, McLaren, we will see you later. The P1 is out. I kind of ripped on this casting. Some of you really disagreed with me. This is the, the 720S. Yeah. But I'm keeping it just to kind of like, just at least have one from the collection. So that one will stay. I'll probably not put any additional releases of this one in there unless it just totally blows my mind. But that's a good representation. Those cars, they share the same color, right? Okay, on to Mercedes.